G'day guys, what is going on? It's Jacob coming at you with another video. Hope you're all doing really well. Coming to you from a little bit of a different environment today. I actually just touched down in Sydney, so flew about an hour, 20 minutes south of where I live on the Gold Coast, and just got into the hotel here. I'm about to head out for dinner with Jamie. Some of you might know Jamie. Him and I run a program along with Chris Donnelly called the Super Affiliate Accelerator, and Jamie's actually one of my OG students. Him and I connected back in 2019. I wasn't doing any mentorship of any kind then. I was just running my own affiliate business and was able to give him some advice that worked out really well, and then we ultimately teamed up with Chris and rolled out the Super Affiliate Accelerator. Jamie and I are really good mates now, and we get the opportunity to catch up from time to time. So we'll do dinner and get a bit of work done tomorrow, work on a couple of things, and then head back up north Saturday. But wanted to film a quick video. I've been a little bit quieter on the YouTube channel lately, and just want to talk to you guys about a few of the things that we've had going on, why things have been a little bit quieter, where I want to take this channel going forward, how I kind of view this as part of the business, and I want to share that with you so that you not only know what to expect, but so that you can think about maybe using YouTube as a platform for your own business. Right, so just thought I'd take this opportunity. Got a couple of minutes before I need to head out, and been wanting to film this video so I can get it into our YouTube guys' hands, and we can get it up and live on the channel going forward. So I've been a little bit quieter because we've been working a lot more behind the scenes lately. So it's the middle of the year at the time that I'm filming this, and we run a mid-year financial year in Australia. So there's been a couple of other things going on in the background, but middle of the year, time to reflect and also look forward to the second half of the year. So I've been doing a lot of planning and a bit of restructuring in the back end. We've been rolling out some new higher ticket back end offers, working with a few people more one-to-one, really close, and being able to get a lot more hands-on with their information businesses to help them out. So that's been drawing a lot of my attention as we kind of carve out the new layers to the back end of our value ladder. I've still been pretty active over in my Facebook group, and if you are a YouTube watcher but you aren't a member of that group, be sure to check out one of the links in the description. Head over and request to join the group, because even if I'm quieter here, I'm typically still pretty active over there. Right? I've been running that group since about 2018, and very rarely do I kind of go quiet in there, unless a few things have pulled me away from it over the last couple of years. But for the most part, I'm pretty prevalent over there a lot of the time. So that's what we've been doing behind the scenes, just changing a couple of programs around and rejigging things. I launched a new program, another program with Chris, helping folks roll out what we call their signature offer. And for most of the people we work with, that's an offer in kind of that $1,000 to $10,000 range. So that really becomes the nucleus of your business from an offer monetization perspective. So we wanted to designate a program to be able to help people with that. Obviously, I've got my inner circle. We've got the Super Affiliate Accelerator for the affiliate side of the business. The inner circle is for folks who are in a little bit more momentum than that. So I wanted to have a designated program where I could provide my offer creation expertise, and Chris could provide his copywriting expertise to help folks get that signature offer mapped out. I think it's really important to have that evergreen core offer in your business that's in that $1,000 to $10,000 range, and get that cash flowing, because once that's rolling, right, then you can do so much with the business. You can play around with front end offers. You can do lower ticket masterclasses and live events and workshops and all these kind of things to generate buyers out of your audience who you can ascend to that core offer, right? You can also then take things further behind it and have back end offers, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. And that's where you start to build in high ticket continuity. But sitting in the middle of that is having that core signature offer. And when I reflect on my business going back to 2019, when we really got into the information game, for me, having that $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 core signature offer was just an absolute game changer. So we took a little bit of time to pull together a program, very hands-on, where Chris and I can work with folks and help them carve out that signature offer. So you can get in touch with us if that's something that you're interested in working on. In particular, we're helping folks set it up in a way that they can send out emails and they can write posts on socials and that will generate them leads. And then they can actually just send over like a really simple like PDF. That's how we do a lot of our offers these days. We've moved away from doing like any webinars or challenges or phone calls. It's really, really simple stuff, but there's a bit of an art to it. So we've been doing that. Like I said, we've been building out the back end and a lot more like bespoke one-to-one consulting, just so that we can keep going deeper and deeper and deeper with people. We've run, different variations of this business. I've run a higher volume model and I've run a lower volume model. And whenever we have the opportunity to kind of ratchet back volume, but go deeper with our clients in terms of the work that we do together and extending our time together over multiple years, I always find it more rewarding, both financially and from an enjoyment perspective, because we get to really, really go deep on their business, build long-term plans, and then execute them, rather than this like shorter term, like 90-day sprints and stuff like that. Like we do a little bit of that, but for me, from an enjoyment perspective, and I know for our clients as well, they like those longer term arrangements where we can really troubleshoot, we can build a plan, we can assess what's happening, we can fix things and keep iterating over and over and over again to help them really grow for the long term. They also then get the ongoing benefit of, new lessons and experiments and stuff that we develop from within our own business. It's that ongoing guidance from what I've been able to do so far, selling a few $1 million of information products online, but also the new lessons that we're constantly picking up as we continue to evolve in my business, Karis Digital. So it's been a lot around making sure that we've got the offer structure on the back end that we really want for the second half of this year, and then ultimately into 2023. So I've been busy with that, and that's meant that I just haven't been able to produce as much video content as I like. But it feels like that's in a good place now. So my goal is to pick back up the video content. Where this channel kind of fits into my overall business, just for full transparency with all of you, and perhaps you've been thinking about adding YouTube to your business. We do a lot on Facebook. I've got a Facebook group. I'm pretty active on my Facebook profile. I run an email list. I've got a podcast that I upload on from time to time. We get a fair bit of traffic through my website, and we do a little bit of paid advertising as well. But where this channel for me is a unique element to the lead generation in our business, right? That is what we use this for. There's no secret there. There's no surprise there, right? Like if you watch videos, you'll hear me say, like I did with the group, but click that first link in the description. You can get a video where I break down an offer that we did that did 45K in 11 days. And in order to get that, you guys enter your email, and then we're going to recommend you become part of the group. So we use this channel really as a lead generation source. Here's why I love having it as part of the business, and I'm going to continue to utilize it going forward, and why you may want to think about using YouTube as a lead generation source. One of the keys to selling, right, and making your sales process faster, right? So being able to have shorter conversations with people with less questions, and they just kind of reach out and buy, right? And I'm not talking about like low ticket stuff. I'm talking about like $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $30,000 packages. Is people need to be pre-sold, right? People need to be pre-sold on a couple of things. I was talking about this with my inner circle folks this morning. They need to be pre-sold on the fact that you understand their challenges and problems. They need to be pre-sold on your solutions to solve those challenges and problems and help them hit their goals. They need to be pre-sold on you, right? Like some people like my approach, some people don't, right? So folks need to get to know me and my style and my views of the world and my views of business and all these kind of things in order to decide if they even want to work with us. And then they need to be pre-sold on the investment, right? Like our stuff we don't do a lot of like low ticket stuff. It's 4 and 5 figure, multi-5 figure investments, depending on packages and programs and stuff that people jump into. And so we like to run a pretty short sales process, quick chat in Messenger, send over the offer like I was telling you about, and close the deal. And so in order to facilitate that, if that's something you'd like to do in your own business, you need content out there that effectively does that pre-selling for you. The reason I really like YouTube is because someone can find this channel, right? And then they can click through a bunch of videos. They could spend literally hours with me without it taking up any of my time, right? And then let's say they watch 5 videos, 6 videos, 7 videos at like 20 minutes each. We've spent a fair bit of time together at that point. Then they decide to join the group, get on my email list, they start reading emails every day, and they start reading posts in the group every day. Our relationship is really, really far progressed at that point. But from a business perspective, all of that time has been fully leveraged because I film these videos once, I give them to our team, they edit them, change some stuff, and then it goes live and I don't have to do anything else with it. right? So it allows me to build relationships with new people who are coming into our world at scale and spend significant amount of time. Like I get messages from people who say, I've watched your last 50 videos, right? Like that's, I don't even try and do the math on that. It's a lot of time that individually we've spent together that I don't have to do one-to-one, and we can really still build up a strong relationship. And I've experienced this as a buyer as well. And I don't think there's any platform quite like it where you can achieve that effect, right? You get video over on TikTok, but it's short bursts, right? There's still no platform, in my opinion, that matches YouTube's ability for us to sit down together for 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30, 40 minutes and spend some good time together, and I can deliver you real value that will help you out, right? So that's one of the reasons that I love YouTube, is because it gives us that platform to develop really quality relationships through long form video content. And I don't care about it producing a ton of leads. I love the quality of the leads that come from YouTube. The people that my team connects with from YouTube, they always say, people are so informed about what we do and how we do things and my backstory because they spend the time watching these videos. Right, so that's one reason I love it, and that's a reason you may want to consider integrating it into your business. The other one, which is kind of along those same lines, is that I can film a video once, I upload it, and I've got videos from years ago that still generate us leads, right? It's the evergreen nature of it, as opposed to platforms like Facebook, which are amazing for more active lead generation and active growth, but the feed moves so quickly that you've got to be constantly feeding that machine. Whereas with YouTube, you upload, boom, you can get leads for months and years after you do that work once. So for me, I love this platform from a leverage perspective and from the perspective of the type of content that we can create. And I know people watch these videos and they go and implement it and actually get results. And I know that because they message me and they say, hey, I watched this video, took some ideas from this offer, used this script, took these content examples, they run it, and they actually make money, okay? And from a business perspective, how easy do you think it is for us to sell people stuff when they've taken our free stuff and made money, right? So if you're in the business coaching, internet marketing kind of game, you might want to think about that and how you can utilize YouTube to do that. As part of the broader picture, right? This is something that I help my clients with. We really focus on building what I call an ecosystem, right? So if you're in the personal branding game and you sell information products, I would encourage you to build an ecosystem around you, your name, your brand, and that's what we help our clients do, okay? And so what that really looks like is there's a couple of phases. The first phase is what we call attract. That's where we attract traffic in. So for me, that's my Facebook profile, that's my website, we get word of mouth there, we run paid ads to that, that's the podcast, that's this YouTube channel. What we do with all of those different traffic sources is we point them all to one single place, right? So if you go look at my profile or you go look at that first link in the description, you're gonna notice it all points to my website. And then when you get to that website, the first thing that you're gonna see is an opportunity to enter your email. The reason we make that the front door of the ecosystem and why we funnel all of that traffic there is because if you're trying to build something for the long term around your name, right? Platforms can come and go, ad accounts can get shut down, but that email list is your biggest asset. So we always recommend leading out with that. Once we've got people's information, once you decide to enter your information, be that off this video or in 10 videos time, it doesn't really matter, then we can start to communicate with you more frequently in a written format. I can write emails to you, we're gonna recommend that you join the group, and we take that relationship the next step forward, right? We might become friends on Facebook, so you can read emails, read the group content. I go live in the group from time to time, read the posts on my profile and follow along. And we can get to know each other more, and then you can ultimately decide if I might be someone that you want to buy from, right? Because there's no secrets about that. And if you're in the same business as me, I'd encourage you to not make it a secret that you sell stuff. We sell stuff, right? We run a business. We give free value through our content, and in exchange, people become leads, and then some of them decide to buy. A big chunk of them don't, but that's totally cool too, right? When you sell higher ticket, you don't actually need a ton of people. So that's how YouTube kind of fits into the big picture. And in terms of the content, I'm just gonna keep really having my ear to the ground in terms of the questions that we're getting from our students and the questions that pop up in our Facebook group, in our email lists, in the comments. That gives me good guidance on what you guys are struggling with and what you guys need help with, right? And there's plenty of content there. If you guys want to ask questions and stuff like that, feel free to put them in the comments, and I'll use that as as fuel. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep showing you guys like examples of offers that we're running, examples of how we create content. I'm going to keep teaching you kind of the fundamental concepts of marketing and sales and how I've been able to build up a multi-7-figure personal brand selling courses. And we're just going to keep rolling with that. You know, I do a bit of travel and stuff, so I might weave that in more, bring you guys on the road with me if that's something that you'd be interested in. I would like to kind of make it a little bit more relaxed in that regard, and you guys can kind of come along on the journey so you can see what it's like being a CEO of a 7-figure information business, if that's something you guys are interested in hearing. But yeah, I just wanted to get back in the game and touch base again and say g'day. Apologize for not having been as regular with the content. That's the reason for it. We've been building more on the back end as we kind of build towards the second half of the year and then again into the new year. So a lot of planning, a bit of restructuring, and just continuing to grow out our value ladder and the opportunities that we have to work with people, which hopefully will be yourself in the future if we're not already working together. Okay, so appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm going to wrap this one up, and I'm going to head out, grab dinner with Jamie. It's always awesome catching up with him. Like I said, he's one of my OG students, and we're really good mates now, and get to do a lot of work together. So it's a lot of fun. Seeing him grow over the last few years has been epic. He does this full time now. He's been able to get his wife out of her job, and she works in the business with him. So it's super cool to catch up in person, because this online business thing can become a bit like impersonal, where you just sit in your office all the time. So any opportunity to get out and catch up with people is amazing. I'm hoping to get over to America in October. So it's currently July. I'm hoping to get over in October, catch up with my mentor, Travis, and hopefully catch up with some of our clients and stuff as well. East Coast, West Coast, we'll figure it all out. But looking forward to that in the second half of the year. And yeah, follow along with the channel. Join the group if you haven't already. Grab that video that's at jacobcaris.com. I think you'll get a lot out of it if you sell information products or want to sell information products. Come join the community. Get in touch with me, the team, if you're interested in potentially working together. We've got opportunities for folks who are getting started all the way through to folks who want to build up to that 30 to 100,000 per month mark. We've helped countless people do it, and it's what we do every day. Affiliates and people selling courses, coaching, those kind of things. It's all pretty similar. You build up a personal brand around yourself, and then we teach you the strategies in order to monetize that and monetize that audience that you're building for the long term. Okay, so appreciate you hanging out with me. Look forward to getting back into the swing of things with YouTube, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a fantastic day. Cheers.